Hi everybody, this is Yvette with Tax Tip Thursday. Today I want to talk about the side hustles. The individuals that do side hustles or that do gig work. As you know, if you're an experienced individual who does gig work or side hustles, you know that at the end of the tax year, you may be asked for different things that you weren't used to providing. So I just want to let you know, okay, so there's a couple of ways you can do this. So to understand what a side hustle is you get paid for the service, right? You charge a fee, you get paid for it. You can get paid for it by individuals. If you go cut grass, right, they'll pay you cash money right there. You go clean a house, or you go and you bake cakes for somebody, or you build something for somebody, whatever the case is, you go repair something. These are individual taxpayers or individual people paying you for your service. So at the end of the year, you're not going to receive a 1099 from them. So you have to keep track of the income that you make. If you work for a company, another company, yes, you may receive a 1099 if they pay you over a certain dollar amount, because they want to be able to claim that expense on their own taxes, right? So you may or may not receive a 1099. So this is up to you to keep track of your income, and it's very important that you do that. Also, you want to keep track of your expenses, right? When you have a side hustle, you're basically self-employed. You're basically a small business owner per se, and you want to keep track of your expenses. Anything that you spend on that side hustle, whether it be gas, whether it be supplies, whether it be materials, whatever it is that you're spending and paying for, save your receipts. You need to save your receipts. I know it's annoying, but there's different apps that you can download that will help keep track of these receipts for you. You do have to set it up and you do have to do all that work, but believe me, it's going to be worth it. Also, keep track of your mileage. If you're going here, going there to do these jobs, you want to keep track of your mileage. Whenever you leave your house to go to the job, you want to keep track of that miles. You just want to have a mileage log. And there's also free apps that you can download that will help you keep track of this as well. So the tools and the resources are there. You just have to kind of do the legwork throughout the year so that you can turn that into your tax professional. Now, if you have a regular job, what you can do is you can go ahead and ask your employer to withhold more taxes from your paycheck by updating your W-4, and you can opt for additional withholding. A good rule of thumb is to withhold 20 to 30% of the income that you're making on the side, because as an individual who has a side business or a side hustle, they're not deducting taxes from that money. So the people that are paying you are not withholding tax and sending it to the IRS like an employer. So this is up to you to do. If you're making a lot of money on the side, you want to make sure that you're saving at least 20 to 30% for taxes, for federal income tax, because that's going to be your responsibility at the end of the tax season, right? So you want to have that cushion there, that money saved, put aside, not touched, so that you have it to pay your taxes. So those are a couple of tips that I just gave you. It's update your W-4 with your employer. If you actually have a job and you do a side hustle, have them take out more tax than they usually would to compensate for the tax from your side hustle. Or you can pay estimated tax throughout the year. Estimated tax is done on a quarterly basis, so you remit taxes to the IRS on a quarterly basis using the irs.gov website or filing form 1040 ES. And you also want to keep track of all your income and expenses.